Well, so much for chaos. What's up, guys? Meow, and I am back with another video. And I just wanted to take a quick look at the 2021 MLB playoffs and basically just give my predictions as we, you know, get closer to the Patriots Buccaneers game. It's gonna be on shortly. I also got some other stuff I got to finish up. So, with all that being said, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And with all that said, let's take a look, shall we? So, going into today, we had a chance for a at my knee. We had a chance for at least a three, possibly four-way tie for the AL wild card and a possible 163rd game matchup for the NL West title. And neither of those things happened because the baseball gods hate chaos. So in the end, it's going to be Boston against New York and the LA Dodgers against St. Louis next week in their wild card matchups. And both of these can go really either way, but I'm pretty staunch in how I want these to go. Boston, please beat New York. I swear to God. Look, New York went from good to ass all fucking season long. Granted, Boston had their moments as well. I mean, you couldn't fucking put away the Orioles prior to your final series of the season, and you can't seem to win games where you can't score more than 4 points. What the fuck's up with that? Over 60 games of that, where that outcome happened, and you've only been able to win like 10 of them without scoring more than 4 runs. Like, what the fuck, dude? But Boston just beat New York at home. That's all I ask. That's legitimately all I ask. On the other side, you got the Dodgers and the Cardinals. Dodgers win 106 games, and the Giants the Giants literally had to win the most games in a single season in their team's history to beat the Dodgers at 107. I don't know how the fuck the Giants managed to pull that one off, but they did. And the Dodgers are kind of fucked going into this because they're going to be without Clayton Kershaw, and now they're going to be without Max Muncy. And yes, the Cardinals lost their last two games of the regular season, but they had that huge ass winning streak. Supposedly, Matt Carpenter might retire after this year. Obviously, Yadier Molina is going to retire after next season. Wainwright's probably not going to be there much longer either. Like this is the reason why you guys traded for Arenado. Well, partly. The Rockies are dumbasses, but regardless, this is the reason why y'all got him. This is why you got Goldschmidt a couple years ago. This is why you have the roster that you have. It's the Cardinals magic that will not fucking go away, and somehow you pulled some more of it out of your fucking ass, had that giant ass winning streak, and managed to have both the Mets and Padres fall the fuck off. And now you're here. And you got one job to do. Beat the Dodgers. Kick their ass. Kick them out of the fucking playoffs. And I've got y'all doing that. Please, just please do that. That's all I ask. If you don't make it farther than the divisional round of the playoffs, you can at least say that you kept the Dodgers from going back to back. That would be nice. So, with that said, with Boston and St. Louis winning their respective wildcard games, Boston will go take on Tampa Bay, who also won the most games in a single season in their team's history this year by winning 100 games. And meanwhile, Houston will take on the Chicago White Sox in the other ALDS matchup. Tampa Bay, y'all are winning this series in like 5 or 6. If you can keep Boston, again, Boston has proven that they cannot win games without scoring a shit ton of points. They can't, or runs, I should say. Again, look this stat up. Look up the stat for games where Boston has played where they scored less than 4 runs, and look at the win-loss record in those games. They absolutely suck. So, and for further clarification, the amount of games that they've had where that happened is just over a third, or around a third of the season per se. So I'm fully expecting Tampa Bay, even without Tyler Glasnow, to take the Red Sox out in like 5 or 6. As for Houston and Chicago, that's a series that could go either way. And Houston's trying to get another championship, get one without cheating, that is. Meanwhile, you have the White Sox, who, despite Tony La Russa as their manager, have, well, I mean, it's not really that hard to run away with the AL Central when the rest of the division sucks ass, but this is where y'all need to prove that you belong. And taking out a Houston Astros team that could very well go back to the World Series, that would be a huge step. I'm going to say the White Sox beat the Astros in seven, and the Astros will get to watch as Carlos Correa will head off somewhere else in free agency. Hopefully not the Dodgers. But anyway, so for the ALCS, I have the Rays and the White Sox. Meanwhile, on the NL side, it'll be Giants, Cardinals, and Brewers, Braves in the NLDS. For the Giants and the Cardinals, I don't think the Cardinals will go any farther. If they can pull more magic out of their ass, that'd be even more insane. But this Giants team, it's like they've returned to their vintage from the beginning of the 2010s, where they're winning a World Series every other year. Um, I'm taking the Giants in six on this one. And as for Milwaukee and Atlanta, the fact that Atlanta is here right now is insane, considering the fact that you lost Acuna, you had an injury scare with Ozzy Albies, and you're in a division that fucking sucks ass. I still don't understand how the fuck the Mets didn't win this division, because they really should have. And Philly couldn't get their shit together late enough into the season to jump over you, even though they got close to doing so. So, as far as I'm concerned, this is where Atlanta's road will end. And Milwaukee, y'all are going to be heading to the NLCS. Y'all are just something else, honestly. Like you partly ran away with the division. It looks closer than it is by record, but that's because of the Cardinals having that large ass winning streak near the end of the season. Um, because aside from that, the Cubs, they sold and they sucked. The Pirates suck, and the Reds were too inconsistent to really do anything, and they ended up finishing 83 and 79. So there you go. But Milwaukee, they get the job done. They will take down Atlanta. I'm going to say in six on that one. So for the AL and NL pennants, it's going to be the Rays and the White Sox and the Giants and the Brewers. Rays White Sox should go to 7 games. And honestly, that series could go either way. But somehow Tony La Russa is going to fuck it up. And it's going to cost the White Sox dearly. So I'm going to say that the Rays will go back to the World Series for the second year in a row to possibly exact some revenge, even though it won't be against the Dodgers, and to win their first World Series. On the other end, Giants Brewers, again, that's a series that could go either way. It should go at least 6. But if I'm being honest here, I think the Brewers they'll feel the hurt of not having Devin Williams, and Williams was a fucking idiot, and I guess supposedly drunkenly punched a wall and broke his hand or some shit. So it is what it is, I guess. They still have a scary ass pitching staff, but you need everybody to be clicking to beat this Giants team, because again, they're showing their vintage, and I think this Giants team is on a collision course with possibly getting another World Series berth for the first time in a while, and possibly winning another World Series for Crawford, Belt, and Posey, among others. Sucks that Madison Bumgarner isn't here anymore because he's in Arizona, but whatever. Giants in 6. So for the World Series, it's going to be Rays against the Giants. Rays for their first World Series title ever. Giants for the first time in a while. And if I'm being honest here, Giants in 6. So those are my predictions. Let me know what you think. Let me know who you're rooting for down in the comments. And it's time to see how these playoffs will turn out. We could get some chaos, or fucking either Boston or New York's gonna come out of the wild card and Dodgers out of the other wild card and ruin everything because fuck parity. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts down below. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.